So, all right, listen. This video is gonna be with the same shirt as a previous video because it's all happening in one day. Not that it really matters, but this is just a topic that's been on my mind, and it's communication. And why communication is so important. It's irritatingly important, and I feel like having meaningful relationships, any kind of relationship, for it to be meaningful, you have to communicate with one another. I'm not talking about relationship with opposite sex, or I'm just talking about a relationship in general. So it's complicated because if you don't communicate how you feel, if you don't communicate in general, you can never really have a good and strong, lasting relationship. You have to communicate. You have to communicate how you feel about something. You have to communicate if you do like it, something. If you don't like something, you have to communicate depending on the level of relationship that you have, whether it be acquaintances, actually strangers, acquaintances, lovers, family, friends, whatever. That's the level of which you need to communicate. But like for friends, friends is an important thing. In my opinion, this is completely my opinion, but my point of view on friends is that, one, friends are not meant to be temporary. Friends are meant to be lasting forever. Acquaintances are temporary. Acquaintances is somebody that you keep yourself distant from. They can stay at a distance. It doesn't really matter if you guys are close or not. But friends, friends are supposed to be family. They're supposed to be like family. They're supposed to matter. You're supposed to feed them if they're hungry. You're supposed to, I don't know. It's, what's that word? A symbiotic. I think that's the right one. Symbiotic relationship where both parties, or is that a mutualist? It's a mutualism, where both parties mutually benefit from the relationship. I don't even know what symbiotic titan. I don't know. Besides the point. But both parties mutually benefit in the sense that you give and take. It's like nobody feels used. Nobody feels like it's like, I don't know, nobody's feelings get hurt over, oh, I do this for you all the time, but you won't even do the smallest thing for me. No, that's a toxic relationship. That's a parasitic relationship. That's a no-no. Don't allow people like that in your life. If they are like that, try to communicate. Communicate, hey, how you act and what you do, it hurts me in this kind of way. It makes me feel this, and I don't really like feeling like this. Can we do something about it? If they're like, yeah, yeah, sure, I'm sorry, I didn't even know I was like that, then that's a friend. If they're like, oh, that's your problem, like, you're just gonna have to get over that, that's a toxic relationship. That means skirt, run. Like that, there's no point being in that relationship because they're not gonna change. They don't really care about you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care. They just don't care. But like, that's for friendships. Relationships, you need to communicate from the beginning. In my opinion, you should communicate from the very beginning. One, what your intentions are. Like, is this a temporary relationship? Are you just here to have fun? Or are you here for like the fun, the good, the bad, the boring, the ugly, all that? You need to communicate that. You need to communicate what you want out of a relationship, who you are. You need to be upfront about who you are. Obviously, don't dump everything, the most serious things all at once, because that's gonna make people like scared out of there too. But like, just kind of like over time, communicate those things. Don't hide things. Like, just be you. That's very important in order to keep a lasting relationship. As things develop into like fiance or marriage, whatever, it's important to continue to communicate in regards to like, oh, you said or did this and that kind of hurt my feelings, or even not even just negative but good things too, like, wow, like, thank you so much, you made me dinner, or like, or thank you for taking the garbage out, or like, I don't know, just the little things that you appreciate or that you notice. Try to notice these things too. Don't always tell people like what they're doing wrong, but always also tell them what they do right. That's just as important, but even more important, in my opinion, to tell them what they're doing right. That way it encourages them, like, not like they're children, but we as humans are all children. We all need and want, we low-key crave that approval from the people that we care about. We crave that justification that what we're doing is good, that it's beneficial, that it helps you. Because when we care about somebody, when we love somebody, all we want to do is help them. I mean, at least in my case, that's all I want to do, is I want to help the people that I care about. It's starting to rain, so I gotta roll my windows up maybe. Oh, I got a ride. Okay, bye guys, I'll come back to this. Alright, so it's been a little while since I've been able to get back to this because I kept getting rides. I picked up an influencer, which is pretty cool. I followed her on Instagram just because I thought it'd be interesting, and it was yeah, whatever. She's from Saudi Arabia, and she does makeup, and I'm not a big fan of makeup, but it's cool to be able to meet an influencer because I haven't met one before. I've met club promoters, I've met really rich people, I've met really broke people, I've met strippers and hookers, and oh, I got another ride, oh my god, bye again. Basically, I've met a lot of people, and over the time that I've been meeting these people, it's just kind of really cool. Frick, why is it so dark? There we go. It's just, okay, it's cool. But back to communication. What I find a little good and positive in relationships is, in general, is always to give positive feedback. Positive feedback can be one of the most healthy things. It's like a hearty meal. It's actually most times snacks. It's like a hearty snack. It's like a good snack, just kind of revitalizes you. That's what positive feedback does, and it helps to strengthen your bond as well. That's kind of what communication it does. It just, the meaning behind it, actually expressing your feelings or like getting things out into the open. It's expressing feelings. Everything encompassing expressing your feelings is awesome for the body, the mind, and the soul. It builds you up. It makes you feel loved. It helps you to express your love. And love is what brings us all together. That's the point. That's why communication is so important. Oh my God, why is this guy's light in my face like that? Look at this. What? Okay, wait. All right. But yeah, so I feel like I had more to say about communication, but for now I'm just kind of drawing a blank because it took me a while to come back. But basically, yeah, communicate how you feel. Don't lie. Don't sugarcoat things. Don't hide from things. Just be true to you. Communicate with yourself. Like, oh, that's important too. How you feel about yourself, the thoughts that you have, the feelings and emotions that you have, you need to question them. Not only question them, but like fight with yourself a little bit. If you feel some type of way, like, why do you even feel this way? Like, for what reason do you have to feel this way? And if it's a logical reason, then be like, okay, I feel this way because of this. All right, now I understand it. Now I can move past it. So, like, even though it might sound crazy to go through those processes, but it's important because that's what's gonna help you to grow with yourself. That's gonna help you to grow as a person. That's gonna help you to learn just to communicate in general and build good communication skills by communicating with yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Why does everybody? Oh, so this song, it's a great song. A friend of mine, his name is Fred Henderson. Look him up. He wrote this song and he produced it and he played the instruments for it. It's it's just a really good song. Check him out. His Give Me a Chance and Can't Erase You, those are his originals. His other songs are mostly covers, but I'm pushing him to work harder. Besides the point, communication, it's important. Don't forget to communicate with yourself. Don't forget to communicate with the ones you love. Don't forget to communicate, because communicating is what saves relationships, it saves friendships, and it makes all the difference in the world. All right, guys, catch you next time.